It only took the biggest box office failure in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but finally nearly everyone is ready to admit that Marvel is failing. Now, it might be done in a way that's nice and neat and trying to put a good spin on it, things like this from The Hollywood Reporter, how Marvel is quietly retooling amid superhero fatigue. The studio's golden box office aura has been dented, but chief architect Kevin Feige isn't scrapping his years-long cinematic universe plan, just refining it. Quote, "They're not going to give up," says an insider. Yes, you know, the fact that they've just completely blown everything up, that finally, after years and years of decline, years and years of fans walking away and fans telling Disney and Marvel that we don't like what you're doing, we don't like the fact that you're focusing on identity politics and pushing this agenda instead of actually entertaining people, along with the fact that they're just shoveling out shit, just constant shit, whether it's on Disney Plus or at the box office. Well, now not only is the mainstream media willing to admit it, but even stars in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are saying the exact same thing. Even someone like Mark Ruffalo, who has obviously said his fair share of stupid shit in the past. Mark Ruffalo gives candid view on streaming impact on the MCU. Mark Ruffalo says Marvel movies had more mystique before streaming. Will it be what it was? I don't know. And I think we got to look at the full quote in context here, because he's putting a lot of it on just how much content's coming out, the fact that, you know, it used to be a special thing and now it's just not anymore. But one of the interesting things he says is at the end of this quote, when he compares current Marvel to old Marvel and asks the question that a lot of people are very doubtful of, will it ever get back to the heights that we saw before? Will it ever get back to the MCU as we knew it? I think the answer, just as he knows, the same as everyone else, is no. Speaking of GQ, Ruffalo commented on the MCU's expansion into TV shows, which saw it balloon from 12 hours and 24 minutes in Phase 1 to 54 hours and 40 minutes worth of content in Phase 4 of the MCU. That is insane to think about, the amount of content that you do have to consume to keep up with everything going on in Marvel. I think the expansion into streaming was really exciting, but the thing about Marvel movies is you had to wait 3 years, and that created a mystique. These corrections could be really positive things. Will it be what it was? I don't know. Now, these corrections that he's talking about, that's all the stuff we're talking about here, the retooling that they're doing by firing and rehiring people, switching writers, delaying things, reshooting entire series like Daredevil or entire movies like Black Captain America. And I do think that, yes, admitting there's a problem is the first step to fixing something. However, I'm not sure that they understand quite what the problem is. It's not just the fact that there's so much content. If all this content was coming out was awesome, I don't think there'd be as many people complaining about the MCU. The problem is so much of the shit they're coming out with is bad. And this is what Mark Ruffalo finishes it off with. Will it be what it was? I don't know. And then he would go on to talk about why he'll never get a solo MCU movie, saying it's just too expensive. I don't think that really that's the case. We literally saw them dump $250 million into a dog shit She-Hulk show that was all CGI. That's the complaints he has why they wouldn't do a standalone Hulk movie. Really, the rights, there's some rights with Universal that are tied up in that. If they really wanted to get it done, I'm sure they could find an agreement just like they did the rights to Spider-Man. But that being said, Mark Ruffalo basically admitting that, you know what, the last couple years has really soured everyone on the MCU. He's talking about it's just streaming. That got rid of the mystique. But the reality is not only is it the avalanche of content, it's the fact that the avalanche is full of shit and that people are tired of consuming shit. What do you guys think about Mark Ruffalo's comments on the MCU at the same time where basically everyone in their own ways trying to admit that the MCU is failing? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.